Hi, Sailor Scouts. How are you?
Hi.
Do you remember this guy? This
Husband.
handsome man?
I'm all right.
No.
I gotta get a haircut. It's funny. I can grow hair, but when I have hat hair, it makes it look gross. But
Yeah,
I'm growing
I need
out
to
my
get
hair.
I need to get my hair done.
No,
Again.
she's perfect the way she is. She is.
Yeah.
She's like, I just want to dye it. I'm like, just leave it. Just leave it. Cause
Don't listen to him.
no,
I'm changing
listen
it.
to me.
I'm changing it.
No,
Yes.
no. Mm-mm.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna try to make a short video, but a video that isn't too long. So me and my wife, we wanted to talk about the horror movies we've been watching.
Yes.
And what we like about them. So I'm gonna let my woman go first.
Well, we saw something that was based on the story of Leatherface. If you guys don't know who that is, it's the Saw movies. Right? No, not Saw movies.
Texas
Chainsaw
Massacre.
Why did I say Saw?
It's kind of like the same thing, I guess.
But that was good. We saw that. What was it called?
So it was called Leatherface. I guess it was like the origin story how Leatherface became Leatherface.
Interesting too. Very interesting.
It was interesting, but I felt like it was kind of rushed a little bit just because.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's so many movies of it, you kind of get the gist. But it was good. The gore was good. Yeah. I always look for gore. Like for me.
Here, why don't you hold it?
No. She just doesn't want to hold it. Okay, so I personally always look for gore.
He likes slashers.
I love slashers. I'm not into supernatural because to me they bore me. I'm just not into them.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying that. I will say one supernatural film was Graveyard, right?
Grave Encounters.
Yes, Grave Encounters. Great film if you guys want to watch something with ghosts.
That and Hell House.
Hell House was good too.
Right.
So the other movie that we saw was Lucky, and if you guys haven't seen it, it's stupid, but it's interesting.
It was very interesting.
Basically, from my understanding of what the film is they know there's a serial killer in their universe, and they make it like no big deal. So my theory on it is women they try to show them as like, hey, they're heroes, but in this universe, it's like women who've done stuff to either their husbands or someone they care about. And it's kind of interesting. I won't spoil it, but if you get a chance, it's on Shudder. It's called Lucky, right? Is it on Shudder?
Yes, it is on Shudder. It's called Lucky. It's actually really, really good. My take on it was, it must have been someone she knew, because in the movie you'll see why I think that, but it was freakishly weird. It was so weird, but it was so interesting. And then we saw one last night that was Don't Hang Up. That was good.
That one's all right. The one I want to talk about that I thought was really, really interesting was Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. If you guys haven't seen it, it's probably one of the best serial killer movies I've ever seen. It is based off of Henry Lee Lucas and Otis Toole, but it's kind of like, I guess, I don't know the whole history about Henry Lee Lucas, but he would record himself killing people. Yeah. And one thing I found fascinated with was like how normal, these guys are normal, but they're killing, like they're living everyday life. Like it's like
that. I think for me, it's the fact that he's a serial killer, but he does mundane things.
Yeah.
What's even weirder, and here's a good thing that you guys might want to know about serial killers. If they do a different pattern, the cops will think that it's two different people.
Yeah, and
or somebody other than them.
And that's one thing about the movie. I can say that a lot of serial killer movies they don't talk about is that like the pattern. Why did they do it? Or they kind of talk about his backstory. If you guys want to see something kind of messed up, it's definitely not for kids. I made a joke. Oh, it's a movie for the family. You'll see what I'm talking about. Anyways, but yeah, it shows the like his whole mindset. Like if you guys ever seen American Psycho, that's another good one I recommend with Christian Bale. It's really good. But one thing I liked about it kind of opens your eyes. Like, that there's people that you see every single day of your life. Like, oh, okay.
Yes. And we saw Train to Busan, which was...
That is awesome.
That was so good.
We're going to see the sequel tomorrow.
Yes,
I don't know how to say the name of it, but we just call it Train to Busan 2.
Busan 2.
So that's all my 2 cents. I recommend those movies if you want to see them.
Yes, and didn't we watch another one? Or aren't we going to watch another one? What was the other one? Oh, I think... Well, I don't know. But anyways, so those are our horror movie recommendations. We do like horror. So you like slasher films? I'll watch Supernatural because I can, already see them as it is. But it's weird because I've seen so many of that. I'm like, okay, like Paranormal Activity.
For me,
so
they're
boring.
They're just boring. It's like, and I'm not saying demonic creatures or ghosts or scary. It's just the whole thing. They have a name for it, and I guess you can say the same thing for slashers too. But I like slashers because it's just like sometimes they tell you a story or whatnot. But I do like movies based off of a true story, true events. But
I do too, like history movies and documentaries and stuff. All right, guys. So that's our 2 cents. Let us know what your favorite horror movie is down in the comments. And we're Super Saiyans, and we keep on saying we're over 9,000. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye!
Later!